How's it going, everybody? It's Braden again. I'm headed up to go scout for some moose and maybe some elk and deer, just in a new spot that I've always wanted to get to. I always look on Google Earth and Onyx, and this big old kind of south-facing slope always catches my eye every year, and I've never done it. I've hiked around here. I've never really shed hunted much. Just hiked up a few years ago and set some trail cams and got a lot of elk on my trail cam in around February, and they just disappeared. So this might be a face they always go to, but like I've said, I've never been here, so we're headed up. Started out in just a little bit of snow, about 4 or 5 inches of snow. Headed up this huge south slope to get to this big ridge, and then hike the ridge about another mile, and then glass this big face. So let's head up here, and hopefully you guys enjoy this little video. Made to the top. That sucked. Found some deer on the way up. Just a little 2x3 it looked like. But you can glass quite a bit right here. But I think this is about as good as you're gonna get for glassing. Just because the higher you get, thicker trees. Let's glass for all night and see if we can't find anything. There's a lot of little rolly canyons, big hill like I talked about, and just a lot of little hidden pockets that who knows what could be hiding here. So time to put the old vortex to work and see what we can pick out. It's been about an hour since I talked to you guys, and a decent amount has happened. I glassed up a little bull moose, I mean just tiny, about as small as a bull moose can get. And then I just glassed up a little raghorn up on this big face that I've been glassing forever. It's just so thick that animals just keep popping out. So nothing big is with him that I know of, but I can almost guarantee you that there's a few more bulls with him, at least something. So yeah, we're just gonna keep glassing. He's like hanging up in a freaking cliff, but I'm sure there's a few more bulls with him, so maybe we can glass him up, and yeah, we'll keep you guys posted. Well, we're headed out of here. Another good little evening hike and glassing session. Didn't produce much of anything that gets me too excited. One little bull elk, one tiny bull moose, and then a few little bucks. So nothing crazy, but it still felt good to get up here, get a good hike in, get some good exercise in for next year's hunts. The main reason I want to keep doing this is obviously to find some sheds, but also to just stay in good shape for hunt season. So it's always fun though. A lot of snow, it's freezing, but now we're gonna keep hiking into new locations and try to find something cool to watch and find their horns. So out here doing a little bit of morning glassing before I edit for Hush all day, every day, but I'm gonna glass this big south slope. I'm just for my truck today. I've already glassed up the buck I call Rhodey. I have quite a bit of history with him. I have, I think, 3 or 4 years of footage of him, but I've been watching him for about 5. And then I also found a shed off him last year, which is super cool. So I'll put all those videos in right now, but yeah, I'm glassing this face right here, so hopefully I can find something. Keep you guys posted. See what we can find up in this high country stuff. Maybe there's a few moose I can start watching, but I guess we'll see. Well, that did not take long. I just glassed up probably one of the biggest bucks I've seen this year. On the winter range, at least. It's a freaking giant typical. I don't know if I know this buck either, but this thing is huge, guys. I figured there'd be some big deer up here eventually, because I've been glassing it all year. But I finally found a buck that I think I'm going to start calling number 1, just because it's a buck that I'm going to try to find the sheds to this year. I'm not kidding when I say this thing's freaking stud. I bet he's close to 30 inches wide, and then just huge typical 4-point. He's a long ways away. I wish I had my tripod so I could hike up this ridge and then get a lot better vantage point, but holy crap. See, a lot of people think you gotta hike miles and miles to try to find some big deer, but a lot of them are just in these little hidden pockets right off the road. So Whew. I'm gonna sit here for a long time and keep eyes on him and just see what he truly is, but this thing looks like a freaking giant 4-point. About 10 hours since I last talked to you guys. Just been editing all day. I went for a run, trying to keep my physical shape in good condition for hunting season, but now I'm headed up this big steep face to try to get a different angle on the buck that I saw this morning and just see what else we can find. It's pretty cool. Got the old snowshoes on, had to cross this little creek, and now we're headed up. It's gonna be a steep sucker, but we should be able to be fine just right here, and then a little gradual up, and then just keep climbing, get to the top, and then made it to the top almost. Whew. That's a grind. That's a grind right there. Whew. A lot of snow, super deep, but it's gonna be worth it. I'm gonna find this freaking buck sheds. It's all gonna be worth it. So far, no luck on the big buck I call Splits. I'm not sure where he went. I've been following a lot of tracks everywhere. Been picking up some deer every now and then. And I just glassed up 2 little bucks, which I'm surprised because I only saw 1 deer this morning in this area. So it's crazy that there's now 20 deer that I didn't see from this morning. So that's how easy they can hide. I know this buck's still on this face, so hopefully we can pick him out of all this freaking thick crap here soon. But if not, we'll be back for sure trying to find him, relocate him, and find that sucker sheds. Freaking beautiful buck. So far, the biggest buck I've seen this year on the winter range. There's that one, and then another just beast of a deer. I don't really have a name for him, but he's on private, so I can't really find the sheds anyways. So we'll just keep picking this stuff apart and see if we can't get lucky and find him. I just found an awesome deer. He's just a stud 4-point. I've seen this buck before. And the cool part about this buck is I have him on my trail cam up in the high country, so I'll put that trail cam video over here right now. Headed out of here. Whew. Got a little ways, but it's really not that horrible of a hike. It's just super steep on the way up, so it's really easy going down. It's a good workout though. If you want to get in some good hunting, hiking shape, do this. But yeah, that'll probably be the end of this little shed scouting video. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Leave a comment down below if you guys scout for sheds, or if I'm just dumb because I do it a lot. I honestly do it because it keeps me in shape. I love outdoors and I love filming and making videos, so that's why I do it. And also it helps finding sheds, obviously, but I just love it either way. So time to head out of here, and we'll catch you guys on the next video.